But my question to you is, why don't you want to get married, but you would rather have 7 sons? Like,
do I need to...
Sheer obfuscation.
Wait, just to be clear, do I need to get married to impregnate a woman? Is that how that works?
No, I'm just like, are you a person that believes in love, or you're just like...
Do I need to get married to believe in love?
No, I'm just like...
Oh, okay.
Like,
You should,
you're asked...
Would your 7 kids be with one woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Kids.
Although...
So, like, child support payments, like...
What do you mean, child support?
Well, if you're not married to her.
You just assume he's going to pay child support instead of being with
so-
the mom and
Yeah.
taking care of the kids?
But they're not
Yeah.
married, so you're just together.
You need God a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom.
Can you just say you need God?
You need a little Jesus in your life.
You need some Andrew in your
Pray
life.
for you.
Take some notes.
Wait, my mom and my dad were not married and they had me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
No, guys.
I
it's
just
okay.
thought you was doing like a
Seven
kids.
kids.
I didn't say you had to.
You're not gonna give her the title.
But you did end up on OnlyFans. I mean, just to be fair.
Reality Check donated $100. Black girl in pink. Respectfully, you are part of the problem.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, I guess.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I don't really want to linger on the marriage topic too long, but here, just one quick question. Okay, so I could lay out all the reasons why I think marriage is bad for men. Why don't you provide for me, though, a reason why I or other men should get married?
Hang on, 2 caveats. You can't say because of tax purposes. I'll just give you the argument real quick. If you say because of tax purposes, all that implies is we should change the tax code, 1. And 2, you can still file outside of that. You don't really save very much, to be perfectly honest with you, between couples. So can't say for tax purposes. So what is the reason men should get married is Brian's question.
Men in general or Brian specifically?
Both, either.
Well, for Brian specifically, he's laid out the kind of woman that he wants to be with, and that's a very traditional woman. And if a traditional woman ideally wants to be with a traditional man, I feel like she'd probably want to be married with you if she's going to have 7 of your children.
Okay, well, that's really weird because literally in the thing that you said, it contradicts itself. You said, Brian wants a traditional woman, and yet the type of woman Brian wants is the type of woman he doesn't have to marry. So she can't be very fucking traditional, can she?
Wait.
Sure. Yeah, sure. You can make that.
Roasted Lucy.
I'm not going to agree with that because that was just bad logic.
Hold
That's
the
just
L.
not.
That's good logic.
No, it's not.
What's wrong with the logic?
Because he wants a traditional woman. That's the kind of woman that you'd want in your life.
What do you call a traditional woman?
A traditional woman probably wants to be married with children.
Okay, but he says he doesn't want to get married, so how does he want a
So then
traditional
he wouldn't be
woman?
with her because he's laid out for her.
So he
he's laid
wouldn't
out
be
for
with
us
her,
what-
so he doesn't want a traditional woman.
So then I don't know.
Did you just smell your... Did we get that on camera? Wait, Damien, did you get that on
Catch me
camera?
in 4K.
Did you just... Do it again. Do it again. What the fuck?
You'd forget the camera's on.
I'm so glad I was distracted.
You were right.
Disgusting.
Do it again. Do it again.
Dude, lift your arm all the way up and just like shove your nose in
You
there.
were right. It's getting really hot in here.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
Well, you just held up yours and you looked like you were sniffing yours too, so that's really disgusting. That's disgusting.
She just married you.
Brian.
What?
She wants to be your wife.
This is gaslighting.
She doesn't want to be your wife. She just wants to
just
give you
like
7
this.
kids.
Gross.
Would you date an elf, Brian? Would you date an elf?
That's gonna be a clue.
Yes,
no.
7
Yes,
kids.
I would date an elf.
Would you date an elf?
I would date an elf. Yeah.
Real elf ears or fake ones? You know.
Is it because they won't age, Brian? You fucking pervert. Is that-
Wow. Tell them like it is.
What's that thing? I get older.
they stay the same age.
They literally stay. They don't age there because they're elves.
Right, they're elves.
That's true.
What's that one movie?
I
Tuck
recently saw The
Everlasting.
Hobbit, by the way.
That's
That was
right.
cool.
Nobody says Aragorn's a pervert.
That is
Who?
a good point.
Nobody says Peter Pan is a pervert.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
You know who was hot?
Nobody says that fucking that guy Edward from Twilight's a pervert. He's like 100 years old.
I think people do say that.
That chick was in high school. What the fuck? She was in high school.
Right? But also, the writer of that book was like a crazy Mormon woman.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right?
so where were we?
That is true.
Yeah.
You're in
we
your
were talking about
marriage
marriage.
with your 7 sons.
Yeah. Okay, but so that's a separate debate. I'm still waiting for like why I should get married or why men should get
Yeah.
married.
Why men should get married or why Brian should get married.
I honestly have no answer to give
Damn.
you. Go to someone who has
That's
a better answer.
I mean,
Well, does anybody have a good answer?
I have a good answer for like my beliefs, but you're not me, so I can't really give you advice. Like if you're, I just think maybe you should go to church.
Okay, but you're saying if you're a Christian, that's
Right.
like the reason, right?
I don't think it's I mean, I think there's a foundation that you're building, like a family, and like the morals that whatever religion that is, like that you want to build a life together, and you want to have that life together.
So Brian goes to a Mormon church because you told him to, and he gets 4 wives. That's
Hell
based,
yeah,
right?
that's good for Brian. Yeah.
Good for Brian.
So you would
Mormonism,
say
so-
Brian gets 4
That's
wives?
a good way for him to have 7 kids and not
Yeah.
get one woman pregnant with 7 kids and not give her
This is
the
terrible
title of
religious
marriage.
I kind of
advice.
am loving
Terrible
that, honestly.
religious
Or you could
advice.
just,
See, she's taking notes from her ex who had 7.
Still, I haven't heard.
Was that you or
that
was
wasn't
that
my
her?
ex, but
I
Oh, sorry.
I've
Brian.
not heard the
But yes,
benefits.
Brian's
Guys.
becoming Muslim so he can take care of multiple wives.
Let's go.
I
Okay.
have one thing.
Asale Malaku.
What the fuck did you just do?
I don't know. Did I
You're gonna
say
get a
it?
jihad on this place, bro.
No, bro, I don't know how do you say it? Is it Asale?
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, English
Mama say,
is my
mama say,
second
mama
language.
Malayam.
I don't know how.
Did I say it right?
Asale.
You probably said like
Assalamu alaikum,
Satan
I think.
beyond the
I
Muslims or
probably
something
said-
crazy.
I said some fucked up shit.
You just
probably-
fucked us all. dude.
Honestly,
It's
though,
over.
I
Spoken
kind of
tongues.
like Islam. I might, 4 wives. Is it more than? Sorry.
You'd
So
be
he goes from
Mormon.
not wanting any wives to
and
now
you can have
4.
your own TV show.
Yeah.
And because you're not going to just get 7 boys, you're going to have like
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
going to be like 20 kids
but-
and
but-
Brian
Yeah,
and
like
like all your wives. I think I would watch this show.
And they don't do shit.
Is that good or
No.
You don't like that?
No.
that-
One. You get one.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay, all right. What?
Just one.
Tell
Anybody
them.
here?
It'll be
Anybody?
a good
Just,
show.
just so I can move it on. I want to move
I
it
have
on.
a- I have a
just
point.
one thing. Why should I get married?
Okay.
Go.
My mother. My point is, maybe this isn't for you, Brian, but for me, one of the only reasons I want to even actually get married is just to have the celebration. So, like, even
the
just the
fuck,
celebration.
bro.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Dude.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
You can do that without
All right,
The
getting married.
ceremony is a celebration of love. Now, I don't think I'm going to tie myself to the
Wow.
state. I'm going to have a ceremony of love. I'm not going to have like a real wedding, I don't think. But I'm just saying, I think it's cute to
Then-
have like a little
Can
ceremony.
I ask you a question?
But that's me. That's me because I'm a woman.
If you just do the little ceremony
Yeah.
for the I love you, I love you, baby. Here's a ceremony, right?
Well, like
but
the
hang on,
vows and
but hang
stuff.
on. There's no sacrament. There's no church behind it.
No, I'm not
And-
religious.
Okay, got it. There's no sacrament. There's no church behind it. There's no state behind it. Who declares you're divorced?
Me. It's basically
Yeah,
we're
me.
still girlfriend and boyfriend,
Right.
but we're not technically legally
So then it's
married.
not marriage.
But we could have a ceremony.
Yeah, but you.
That's like
why
being
couldn't you have
baptized
you're
in like
a really
at
good
the beach
boyfriend
and not like with
ceremony.
holy
No,
water.
but that's me. I'm telling you, that's my thing. I'm not
I
saying
was baptized in
Brian
Venice
should do
Beach.
that for himself.
Okay.
I'm just.
But do you remember?
But
the
that's
question,
my
though?
reason for getting married.
Repeat the question back to me. What was the question?
Why do we think you should get married?
Or men in general?
Or men
You
in
think
general.
men care about fucking the oh? there's
Yeah,
no-
that sounds like why women should get
That's
married.
yeah, there's
my
bridezillas, not
boyfriend
really
doesn't give a
groomzillas.
fuck. He doesn't even really want to get married. He's only gonna do it because of me. Actually, he might not. I don't know. We
I
haven't.
don't know.
Okay,
I
so,
think
she
hang
can
on,
cook
hang on,
and clean
hang
for
on,
you.
Help us out here. Help us out here.
Okay.
Why should Brian or men get married?
I don't think Brian should get married. I think
Brian
he should
should
get
be
married if he
self-regarded.
wants to. He cannot get married if he wants to.
Okay, can I give a little real answer, not the Mormon shit? Okay, so I think you should get married because I think you have someone to take care of you, to listen to you, someone that can cook for you, can clean for you, someone
Don't
that
need
can
marriage.
hold your hand
Don't
when
need
you're
marriage.
down,
Don't need
someone
marriage.
that can wipe your tears when you're sad,
Don't-
someone that can be your biggest team player
Don't
and
need-
cheer you up
don't
and
need
hype you up
marriage.
every single day.
Don't need marriage. For
Well, yeah,
any
why
of
do you
that.
need marriage for
Don't
any of
need
those
Dude,
things?
pull up this
Any of
clip
that.
in
Because
10
you
years
need
when
to
he's
give
still single.
women a commitment so they want to stay to you and give you all those things.
But wait,
True.
you can give a woman a commitment to stay, to give you all those things without marrying her.
It's hard to
If
find
I'm
those
40
very
and I
hard.
still just have a boyfriend, kill
What?
me.
So let me ask you then. What is the enforcement mechanism in which is going to keep this relationship together, right? When Brian says, wait a second, we can have all those things absent marriage. You say, no, we can't. Because, why? Because,
I mean, I'm not Brian, but I was just trying to. I was just
I know,
trying to help
but any
Brian.
man, let's just say it's any man. Forget Brian for a second. Any man on planet Earth, we go through all your qualia there, right? And they go, but we already have all that. Why do we need to get married? Your response is because.
Well, I'm Christian, so I have a different thing. I was trying to come up with Brian's like ideal woman.
But from a secular perspective,
right,
non-Christian perspective, what? Like, what is it?
I mean, I just think monogamy, like I promote monogamy.
But you
so,
can be
like,
monogamous without being married.
Yeah, but I just think
Yeah,
it
but that
helps
just
people
wouldn't-
want to stay like more loyal
Yeah.
for whatever
Why?
reason. I don't know. I'm
Wait,
just.
hold on.
That's not always true.
It's not true, but
Yeah.
like
When your
I don't-
husband-
so-
50% of divorce
Here's
or
a guy.
marriages
So
end in
here-
divorce.
here's
It's
a-
true. It's
Like-
true. It's
So,
true.
isn't there actually, when it comes to the divorce laws that exist in this country, isn't there actually, like, let's say I'm the breadwinner, I'm the high income earner, and she's like stay-at-home wife, whatever, taking care of the kids, we've been married for 10 years. Doesn't, like, as the marriage progresses, isn't there like a continually cascading and developing incentive for her to end the marriage when it comes to finances, right? So if my like ultimate goal in a relationship is to ensure that she stays with me, wouldn't the like ultimate dynamic be if you leave me, you get nothing? But all of a sudden, if you leave me and you get hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, that kind of starts seeming really, really nice for the woman.
Prenup, yeah.
Prenup.
Someone
Prenup.
like you needs money
That's
anyways.
not
But
100%.
wait, but wait, hang on. Is a prenup Christian?
I don't know. I'm just trying to help
But
Brian.
let's
Yes.
We're
let's
talking
just
about Brian.
Yeah,
let's
you said
even
from a
assume
secular
let's
perspective.
even assume for a second it
Christian
is.
and Brian problem.
Let's even assume for a second it is. Okay. Here's the second issue you got with this: is marriage, from a Christian purview, about the sacrament or about some contract?
I mean, is this like the sacrament?
Yeah, it's about the sacrament.
Yeah.
So right into the mic, real quick. Let me ask you a question. If it's about the sacrament, and you're a Christian, right? If you don't belong to a church, which I'm guessing you don't,
Okay.
it's just a guess. Am I right? Or do you belong to a church?
I've belonged to a church,
Okay. Is it a Protestant church?
non-denominational.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So you don't belong to a church. But anyway.
Oh, they have non-denominational
Yeah.
Assembly of God. That's a church.
Sure. So let me ask you this. You get a sacrament done by this non-denominational church, let's say with Brian,
But Brian's not Christian.
but let's just say he was.
Okay.
Who gets to end it?
What do you mean?
So the state's not involved. There's no state now. You just did it in a religious sense.
Okay.
No state. How do you dissolve that marriage?
I don't know. I've never been married.
But if you were, you don't know?
I don't know.
Well, there's no mechanism to do it in a non-denominational church. There's zero mechanism. So how would you even do the Christian portion of the marriage absent the state? How could you even do it?
You go to God and be like, we broken up.
Who goes to God?
I got a
So
question.
you go to God, she goes to God and says, we broke up. He goes to God and says, no, the fuck we didn't. Who's right?
I don't know. This whole
Well, it's
I'm
only-
confused. I'm like a little
God
lost
knows.
right now. How
Alright,
this got
alright.
turned into like a.
I just because we have a lot to get through, let's try not to like linger on any one thing for too long. But last question on the marriage thing. Do you think if a woman, there's no abuse in the relationship, treats the kids well, treats you well, no abuse, no physical abuse, no emotional abuse, nothing like that, but you're just vaguely unhappy, is that enough justification for divorce? You're not happy.
Nah, stick together. If you got kids, stick together.
What if you don't?
If you don't, I think I think if you're not in love with the person, then it's unfair to them to stay with them.
Okay, so vaguely unhappy with no kids, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think that when you commit to someone, you're committing to working on the relationship, and people have times where they're not connected and they're not happy, but you have to continue to put in work.
I think you can keep on trying to put in the work and go to couples therapy and things like that. But my parents, with my background of them being divorced in middle school and having 4 siblings, so overall 5 children, I feel like I would want to leave in it. So I support the leaving.
Okay, next.
I
All right, you already had 20 seconds to think about
don't know.
it.
I'm
Next.
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's okay for the lady to leave.
Okay.
or whatever.
Leaving.
I wouldn't sacrifice my mental health for just a family.
Yeah, men will sacrifice their happiness for their family. Women will sacrifice their family for their happiness. That I do have to move it on